Mr. Speaker, in opposition?
Please state your position.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just very briefly, because I know it's second reading, but I've never actually voted no on this bill before, so I wanted to just explain. I haven't voted no on the bill simply because I think that it's got good intentions and that I understand where the people were coming from when they wanted this bill. However, we've now seen it a number of times and it's just not getting any better, and I think it's just time to vote no. So my concern, just so that it's out there, my concern is just that we shouldn't be contracting youth services, particularly youth services for youth in crisis and youth evaluations, to private entities that are going to be unlicensed and unregulated. And I think there was a chance that we could really put together a good network of providers for our youth, but this bill is not it, and it's not, as I said, getting any better. It's not getting any closer to what it needs to be for this to really work. And I think that as it's written now, privatizing our youth services, which is really what this is going to end up doing, is not in the best interest of the youth of our state. So thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, thank you very much, Representative. Yes, Representative McDermott.
Speaker, I'm in opposition to this. Very briefly.
Please state your position.
Just to pick up what my colleague said a moment ago, this bill deputizes folks with far less training and expertise than our good friend, the social worker from Mililani, who goes through a rigorous training program in order to make evaluations like this. So that's the number one problem. The second one is the key to this whole measure is the word safe. The word safe. You see, you can't remove a child from the home that the parents have it in unless it's unsafe. And so my concern, particularly now with these deputized folks who are not professional social workers, that to move the child out, they'll coax them into saying, oh, it's unsafe. And we're talking children who are 14 to 18 years old. Yeah, I don't want to go back there. This puts the parents in a precarious situation, because now the balance of power is shifted to the child. Because in order to get that child back in their home, they have to go to family court. Because the worker, the coach, the deputy says it's unsafe. It's unsafe. So they've made that evaluation. Now the parents got to go down to family court and prove a negative. This undermines the family structure. It undermines parental rights. Now, even assuming there's a need for this, we have to assume that there's no other family members that this young person can talk to. There's no older siblings. There's no adult family friends. The young person, who we're told in other measures is doing all sorts of things, and they're having sex, and they're all, you know, you've got to talk to them, they're adults. They don't know where the YMCA is. They don't know where the Boys and Girls Club is. They don't know where a local church is or a clergyman. They don't know where the school counselor's office is to report abuse or get help. And we have to believe that with all their teachers and all their years in school, they haven't developed a relationship with at least one teacher they could confide in and say, I'm having problems. And of course, that teacher would then contact the appropriate social work agency. So this is a redundant measure that we can't afford. They're only asking for a one position, I believe, but they'll come back and ask for more year after year after year because the task is so large. So for those reasons, Mr. Speaker, I stand in opposition.
All right, thank you very much, Representative. Further discussion? Yes, Representative Tupola.
Mr. Speaker, in opposition.
State your position.
For the same reasons as my colleagues, concerned about the fact that there's already different entities within our state that provide these services, and that these entities do also need our attention and help, and privatizing it wouldn't help the situation per se. But I do enjoy all the other services that Hawaii Youth Service Network provides and commend them for what they do for the community. For those reasons, in opposition.
Thank you very much.
Can we also note that my presence for the journal?
Sure.
Thank you.
Representative Ward.
Speaker, no vote. There's got to be a better way to do this. Thank you.
Further discussion? Yes, Representative Matsumoto.
Just a no vote, please.
So ordered. Representative Pouha.
Same request, please.
So ordered.